We are right on time to start the finals of the junior category. I would invite Mr. and Mrs. Satpathy inside the hall, please. All right, here we go. Namaskar, Jai Jagannath, a very, very good afternoon. I'm Shovna Mishra, and on behalf of family of Dharitri and OrissaPOST, I would like to welcome all the finalists, their teacher and their parents, and everybody present over here to OrissaPOST presents Mettle Meet 2023. Thank you so much. So yesterday we had a great prelims and today is the finals. We are very, very glad to have our 8 finalists. The stage is set and we all are waiting for the finalists to just come in and show their intelligence to all of us. The questions might be hard, sometimes it might be easy, sometimes be moderate, but you need to use your brain at the right time and also enjoy every single moment. And of course, when you leave the place, take a lot of memories with you and take a lot of learning with you as well. That's what we hope, and we always want everyone to keep loving quizzing and to keep participating in all the quizzes. So that is what we started with in 2016 to revive the art of quizzing in Odisha, and today we can safely say that it is happening in a very well manner. Because of COVID we had to take a short break, but we are back with the bang in 2023. We are running successfully. We thank every single person who have extended a great hand in the successful completion of Mettle Meet 2023. And of course, we would like to thank our sponsors and partners who have been with us: Odisha Mining Corporation, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, Nalco, Jindal Steel and Power, Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, Paradeep Phosphates Limited, AMNS India, Vedanta, Ruchi Masala and Frozit, Odia Language, Literature and Culture Department, Government of Odisha, Aditya Birla Utkal Alumina, Vajirao IAS Academy, State Bank of India, Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services Private Limited, our partners OMFED, media partner Dharitri, outdoor partner Team, and internet partner Wi-Fi. We thank all our partners and sponsors, and now I would invite Honorable CEO Dharitri and OrissaPOST, Mrs. Adyasha Satpathy, on the stage to wish luck to all our finalists. A very, very good afternoon, madam. Welcome on the stage.
Hi, Shobna. Thank you. I wish everyone a very, very good afternoon. Yesterday was an exciting prelims, nail-biting actually. Specifically for me, I couldn't figure out most of the answers, but the kids are super bright. And all the teams who have come to the finals, very bright, deserving teams, and I wish them all the very best. May the best teams win. But I'm sure everyone who's come to the finals after such a tough prelims, all of them are winners in our eyes. And I wish you all the best. And of course, my gratitude also goes to our brilliant quizmaster, Ajay Punya. He was blazing the stage, and today we will see some more fireworks, I'm sure. And I would also like to thank our partners, sponsors, and all of you present here. Have a very good afternoon, and let's enjoy quizzing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Satpathy, for the warm address. Now, may I invite Honorable Editor, Dharitri and OrissaPOST, Shri Tathagata Satpathy, on the stage, please. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Shobna Madam. Namaskar, Pranam, Juhar. There were questions, answers in them, and then the questions were there, and the answers were there. That is how I felt yesterday. So the questions had the answers, and the answers had the question. So I hope we will have a wonderful day today, whatever is there from half of today. And all of you who are here should stay on till the last and watch the seniors also after the juniors. I wish all the juniors the best. This is not a competition. This is a Mettle Meet. The very name means meeting of brains. So I hope all of you take it in that same spirit. And nobody is a loser, nobody is a winner, everybody is a winner here. All the best again, and let the quizmaster Ajay ji and Ashutosh ji, let them start the games. Like the Roman times, they used to say, start the games and let loose the lions. So here are two lions we have, Ajay Punia and Ashutosh. So we set the lions free. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shri Satpathy, for your address. Now I've got to name the finalists present here, and I would request everyone to keep clapping for them till I take the last institution's name. In no particular order, congratulations, Loyola School, Bhubaneswar, DAV Public School, Pokhariput, Blessed Sacrament High School, Puri, Sai International School, Bhubaneswar, DAV Public School, CTA, Cuttack, Delhi Public School, Rourkela, DAV Public School, Kalinganagar, Bhubaneswar, and ODM Public School, Bhubaneswar. Many, many congratulations. Welcome to the finals, guys, and we can't wait for the finals to get started. It's just the wait for the quiz master to come and take the stage. He has been a fantabulous quiz master, all of us know. And he's an author, editor, a television presenter, a dashing personality, our very own Mr. Ajay Punia, with a huge round of applause. Please welcome Mr. Ajay Punia on the stage. A very, very good afternoon. All the best to you as well. Here it is.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Shobna. A very good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to the big final of the school quiz, which will be followed by the college quiz as well, but that's for later. For now, I'm really excited to be here, be a part of this wonderful competition. This is my second time conducting the Mettle Meet competition, and this is the 2023 edition. We took a break for a while, and we're back with a bang, and we're expecting to see lots of fireworks emanating from the answers that these teams will be giving. As I call them on stage one by one when I do. But of course, perhaps you would have observed, as Tathagata sir also just said a little while back, but perhaps you would have observed that, you know, if logic and common sense is your guide to solving these questions, then, you know, your conclusion will be the answer and nothing else, right? So keep that in mind today as well. So focus on the questions very carefully. Don't go beyond the brief. Don't give out too many clues, even without saying the answer, because perhaps you might be giving out clues to some of the other competitors. And, you know, as is the protocol in every competition, there's a winner and there are other learners, right? So, of course, I understand that everybody's objective at the end of today's competition, all the participants' objective at the end of today's competition would be to be the winner But even if you don't happen to be the winner, you definitely will have lots of learnings, and perhaps those are the learnings that will help you in future editions of this wonderful competition that's brought to you year after year by Orissa Post. Right, so we're all set. Of course, we can't begin the program without acknowledging the contribution of our sponsors. So I would request everyone to please acknowledge and applaud the contribution of all our sponsors who's made this program, all sponsors, all partners who've made this program possible. Right, participants, we're all set to begin. I will call you one by one on stage as your name appears on screen. Please start sitting from table 1 onwards on my right and go all across 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to my left. Coming up on stage as Team 1 in Mettle Meet 2023, the school quiz final is Loyola School from Bhubaneswar, Sanidhya, Shlok, Milan and Pratyaksh. Just go back down the stage and enter from there. Yeah. Okay. And whatever is your, superstitious order of sitting, as soon as you identify that, we will call upon your neighbors. All right, coming up next on stage as table 2, DAV Pokhariput, Asmadia, Ajita, Bhaswat and Bhavjeet. Go all the way around and from there. Right. So 2 teams on stage already, 2 fine young teams on stage already, joined by the next team. That's Blessed Sacrament High School from Puri, Shobhan, Amrita, Mayank and Shyansh. Two teams from Bhubaneswar, 1 from Puri, and they'll be joined by Jyotiraditya, Suryansh, Ashutosh and Rishabh, representing Sai International School. On table 4. So that completes the lineup on one side of the stage. Moving on to the other side as team 5. Is DAV-CDA Kathak, represented by Ankit, Kaustav, Kaushik and Devi Dutt. Well done, Team Kathak. They'll be joined by Team 6, and that is going to be DPS Rourkela, Ashmit, Divyanshu, Akshat and Nucleon. Two more teams to go. Next up on stage as Team 7 is going to be DAV Public School, Kalinganagar, Shriman, Abha, Shubham and Omkar. And finally, completing the lineup, our last but not the least, the 8th team in the school quiz final is ODM Public School, represented by Shashwat, Pratik, Murray and Shyanshu. Can we give a huge round of applause to all these 8 teams on stage? Smart, sharp, young, bright teams on stage from different parts of not just Bhubaneswar, but from other cities as well across Orissa. So congratulations, each one of you. Right, very well done on qualifying amongst 42 teams that participated yesterday in the preliminary round. You're the chosen ones, not handpicked by us because we think, you have pretty faces. No, that wasn't the reason. You nominated yourself by giving right answers to more questions than the others. Right, so which is why you nominated yourself to be visiting us again for this competition in the final. So that's well done to each one of you. And now let me make you a promise. You will see in this quiz nothing like you've ever seen before. All right, so that's something that you'll see. I'm putting out something for the first time ever in the world. Another way to put the same thing, right? So you'll see something new, something very different, a very different style of quizzing. Perhaps for some of you, yesterday was, you might be debutant quizzers yesterday, or you might be seasoned quizzers, but I'm not sure if you have ever faced the manner of, not just the style or quality of questions, but the manner of presentation of questions. I don't know if you've ever experienced that before, but I promise what you will experience today is not something that you've ever experienced before. So welcome each one for making your debut in this style of quizzing. All right, so 5 rounds in all, okay? You have a notepad in front of you, all right? So just a friendly suggestion, you will need to do a bit of writing, because they won't be straightforward questions where you just know the answer or you don't know the answer and you just speak it out on the mic. Any answer that you have to give me, you have to anyway give it on the mic. There's no answer that you need to show to me in writing. So I won't look at anything that you've written. But I think you will have to do a bit of writing to be able to crack the codes in these rounds and in these questions. But before we do that, let's do a quick little round of introductions so that we can also test your mics and see your comfort level with your voice when it echoes back to you when you speak it out on the mic. And then we'll begin with the quiz. Let's start with table 1, Loyola School, Bhubaneswar. Who do we have here?
Hello everyone, I'm Sanadhya Jaina from Loyola School, Bhubaneswar.
Right. And you're joined by?
I'm joined by Shlok Samant, he's my senior in Loyola School. This is Pratyaksh Rastogi, he's a junior. And the 4th one is Milan Kumar Pati, he's my classmate.
All right, so that's a lovely combination there. Please welcome Loyola School, Bhubaneswar as table 1. Then on table 2.
I'm Asmadhiya Mahapatra representing DAV Pokharipur, and I'm the youngest one in my team. That's I am from class 9. And I am accompanied by Bhashad Dash, Bhavjit Patnaik, and Ajita Vransingh.
Right, welcome team DAV Pokharipur on table 2. Then on table 3.
Good morning, one and all. I am Shriyans Das from Blessed Sacrament High School with my fellow companions Mayank Patnaik, Sovan Mahapatra, and Amrita Mahapatra.
Right. Welcome team Blessed Sacrament from Puri, then to table 4.
Good morning, everyone. I am Ashutosh from Sai International. I am joined with my teammates Rishabh, Jyotiraditya, and Suryansh.
All right, welcome team Sai International from Bhubaneswar, then to team 5.
Good afternoon, I'm Devidat Panda, studying in DAV CDA and class 10, and my colleagues are Kaushik Behera and Kaustav Kumar Sau, both are in class 10, and Ankit Kumar Swai, who is in class 9.
All right, welcome team DAV CDA Cuttack, then to table 6. Yeah, just familiarize yourself with how this tech on your table works.
Good afternoon, I'm Akshat Bhujbal. I'm representing DPS Rourkela, and I'm followed by Nuclean Sahu, Ashmit Jaiswal, and Divyanshu Garpanda.
All right, welcome team DPS from Rourkela and to table 7.
Good afternoon, I'm Shriman Mishra of grade 9, and I'm accompanied by Abha Priyadarshini, Shubham Lenka, Omkar Mahanti, and we are representing DAV Public School, Kalinganagar.
Right, welcome team DAV from Kalinganagar, and finally on table 8.
Hello everyone, namaskar. Hello.
Hi.
Hello everyone, namaskar. We have Sashwat Parida, myself, Priyanshu, Pratik Bhatnaik, and Shriyanshu.
All right, welcome team ODM Public School, Bhubaneswar. One final round of applause for everyone on stage. as we begin 5 rounds of quizzing one by one. All right, let's begin with the round number 1. So this round is called Gravy Train. I'll tell you what Gravy Train means, and I'll also tell you how Gravy Train would make sense in this quiz. So Gravy Train essentially is an English phrase which basically means to a situation in which someone can make a lot of money with very little effort. Right? But just so you know, my pockets are empty. Right? I have no money to offer, but instead the currency that we will use in this quiz is points. So I'll have a lot of points on offer. That's the money that you can get to win in this round. And I'll tell you how it works. There are 2 parts in this round. Both parts have 5 questions each. Okay? The first answer in each of these parts will be given by whichever team amongst the 8 of you hits the buzzer. So essentially there are 2 buzzers. One buzzer for part 1, second buzzer for part 2. Let's say we're playing part 1 and team 3 presses the buzzer. If they give me the right answer, so let's look at the points. If they give me the right answer, they get 10 points. But if you give me a wrong answer on the buzzer, you get a -5. And the question passes. In first part, the questions will pass in clockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In second part, from whoever presses the buzzer first, the questions will pass reverse. So let's say in first part, team 3 presses the buzzer, gives me a wrong answer, or even if they give me a right answer, if they give me a right answer, they get 10 points. If they give me a wrong answer, they get a -5. Question then passes to team 4, who can give me the second answer. If you get it right, that's great. If you can't get it right, there's no negative. Okay? Then it passes to team 5, 6, like that. So whoever presses the buzzer, the passing begins from there. Right? So I don't know who will get the first question or who will attempt the first question. Depends on whoever hits the buzzer. We'll also test the buzzers in a bit. Before you start answering, I will show you all 5 questions in each of the parts. So you can decide which of the 5 questions you'd like to answer. My suggestion would be attempt the question which you're super confident about so that you can secure your 10 points. Right? And we'll keep passing till I complete a full circle of passes. I go across everyone and I don't have a right answer. So let's say team 3 presses the buzzer on the first question. On the first part, they get one of the 5 answers right. You decide which of the 5 answers you'd like to give. So you get it right, you get 10 points, and I pass for the next answer. So you can't answer all 5. You can answer any one. And then I start passing. So I'll pass to team 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2. Let's say team 2 gives me the right answer. All right, so they get the next points, which is 8 points. You can decide to give the answer for any of the remaining 4. So you'll get 8 points. And then again, I come back to team 3. You can give me third of the 5 answers for 6 points. If you get it right, great. If not, I pass, keep passing, keep passing, keep passing. And let's say nobody can get the third answer. That's when I close every part. Okay? That's how it works. Understood? So when you get one answer, it leads you to a clue for the next answer. And that is why the points that you get to win diminishes. From the first answer is worth 10, then 8, then 6, 4, and 2. So once you get one answer, you get a clue for the second answer. You get the second answer, you get a clue for the third answer. And so on it works. Okay, so which is why the points keep diminishing. We'll test the buzzers once. We'll go in order. Team 1, if you can press the buzzer. Okay. Team 2. Yeah. Right. Done? Yeah, it's done. Allow me to say which team to press the buzzer. Team 3, you've done. That's fine. Team 4. Okay. Let's go to team 5. Yeah, team 5, press the buzzer. Okay. Team 6. Team 7. Team 8. All right, cool. So the buzzers are working all right. So essentially, these are sequential buzzers. What that means is 3 teams. Hold on, just reset once and we'll test it for team 4. Okay, team 4. Press the buzzer. Cool. Okay. So these are sequential buzzers. Whoever presses the buzzer first, they'll see a solid light. Whoever presses the buzzer second, you will see a blinking light. Whoever presses the third in the sequence of pressing buzzer will see a slow blinking. All right? But in this round, I'm only concerned with whoever presses the buzzer first. The second and the third team is irrelevant in this round. Right? Later on, in some other round, they'll be relevant. So whoever's, so you will see lights across 3 different teams if 3 teams are pressing the buzzer. But whoever's light is solid, that team has pressed the buzzer first. Okay? All right. And there are circuit breakers, so there won't be any buzzer for the 4th team. All right. So I hope everybody's understood. In part 1, 5 questions. All questions have, separate answers. But each of these answers are 2-word answers. Each of these answers are 2-word answers. Okay? So when you see question 1, it will have something like AB is whatever, whatever. Question 2 will be CA is whatever, whatever. So the A of question 1 and the CA ka A of question 2 is the same word. Right? So that's how you will get a clue to subsequent answers. All right? Whichever team wants to press the buzzer, you can do that. I will show you all 5 questions and you can decide which of the 5 questions you'd like to answer. Okay? You don't have to immediately answer. Read all the 5 questions and then decide which of the 5 questions you'd like to answer. Okay, so we'll start. First question, common to everyone on the buzzer. It's a video. Watch the video. Question follows. A cute dog video to begin the quiz. The Victorian AB was a period of the 1850s when A fields were discovered in Victoria, leading to prosperity and population growth in Melbourne. Getting its name from this era, in March 2023, the annual Melbourne AB took place, and that's the video you saw. This is from the 2023 Melbourne AB, 2 words, A and B. So Melbourne AB, an event that broke the world record for the largest collection of these retriever dogs. Okay, you can press the buzzer if you think you know the answer, but I don't need you to answer right now. You can read the other 4 questions also. Okay, so A, B, 2 words. Okay, let's move on. Question number 2. The 15th volume of The Adventures of Tintin is titled Land of CA. So now A is the same as the AB in the, somebody's hit the buzzer. That's team 7 who's hit the buzzer first. Yours is blinking, so team 7 has hit the buzzer. We'll start with you. You don't have to answer right now. You can keep your answer in your mind or on your notepad or whatever, but we'll start this one with you. So the 15th volume of The Adventures of Tintin is titled Land of CA. And the 26th Asterix volume that you also see in the visual is called Asterix and the CA. So they share their name. The A here is the same as the AB A in the previous question. In both books, the protagonists visit the Middle East, and CA happens to be an informal term used to refer to oil or petroleum. Right? So that's question 2. Now question 3. The term BD, right? You had B in the first question. That's the same as here. The term BD refers generally to 2 time periods in a day. One in the morning and the other in the evening of similar lengths during weekdays. BD actually happens to be a misnomer, right? Since B refers to volume and not the speed. It's a misnomer. The name suggests that it's something else, but it's actually not, right? So B refers to the volume and not the speed, and BD is usually longer than D. BD also happens to be the name of a 3-part action comedy film series whose posters I've shown you here, centered around a pair of detectives starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. You don't have to keep pressing the buzzer, Team 7. We will start with you. I will show you all 5 questions. You decide which of the 5 answers you'd like to give. Okay, till that time you can use your notepad. Okay, here's question 4 now. ED, you have the D already. So now I've introduced E. ED is made up of numbers that are repeated after the colon. Example, 0101, 0202. So repetitive, 2 p.m. or 2 a.m., etc. Each day has 24 EDs with 0101 being the first ED and 0000 being the last. This phenomenon is closely linked to numerology and astrology, as well as to the idea of synchronicity, the simultaneous occurrence of two events, as discovered by Carl Gustav Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist. Okay? Now, the final question. It's going to be an audio. Listen to the audio. Now we have CE. So you have C already, you have E in the previous question, now you have CE. So we've completed full circle now. So CE is a 6-season British series inspired by an American series of the 1960s, The Twilight Zone. Its name CE, as per the creator, Charlie Brooker, is a reference to a switched off screen, because any TV, any LCD, any iPhone, any iPad, something like that, if you just stare at it, it looks like a CE. And there's something cold and horrifying about that, right? So these are your 5 questions. I'll put them all together. And you can decide, Team 7, which of the 5 answers would you like to give me only? One answer you can give me, which one?
Sir, we would like to give question number 2's answer.
CA.
Black gold.
Your answer is?
Black gold.
Black gold. The Adventures of Tintin is titled Land of Black Gold. That is correct. That's 10 points to Team DAV Kalinganagar. That's very good. Question passes to Team 8. So you have CA. Can you figure out anything else? ODM Public School? For 8 points, no negatives. Any idea about any of the remaining? Because you have 2 words that fit in elsewhere. Are you answering ODM, or should I move on? I think I will. I'll go to Loyola. You can answer whichever one you like amongst 1, 3, 4 and 5.
Sir, question 1.
Question 1, Melbourne AB.
Gold Rush.
Gold Rush. Adventures of Tintin is titled Land of Black Gold. Melbourne Gold Rush is correct. That's the answer. That's well done, Loyola. Gets you 8 points. Now, passing to DAV Pokhariput amongst the remaining 3, 4, 5.
Question 5.
Question 5. CE is?
Black Mirror.
Is correct. That's the answer. So that's 6 points, DAV Pokhariput. Now you have 3 and 4. BD and ED remaining. Blessed Sacrament.
So we are thinking to answer 3. Is it rush hour?
Is it rush hour? That is correct. Team 3, well done. That's 4 points. And to Sai International, just collect a freebie 2-pointer.
Mirror.
You're left with 4.
Mirror.
Is correct. A freebie there, 2 points to them. So very socialist round. Distributing points everywhere. So we have 10 points to Team 7. ODM didn't try. Loyola gets 8. DAV Pokhariput, Team 2 gets 6. Blessed Sacrament gets 4. And Sai International, you get 2. Right? And that's about it. So I'll just quickly tell you all the answers and I'll show you. So Victorian AB was this period. You said Gold Rush. That is indeed correct. So these were golden retrievers. And that's why Gold Rush. Very well worked out there because you didn't have rush. Did you work out rush from rush hour? Okay. No? Or you just guessed? The B would be a rush. All right. That's interesting. That just worked out in your favor somehow. That's very good. Then this one, they answered directly. Perhaps they knew you're Tintin fan, Asterix fan, or petroleum fan? Tintin fan. Okay. That is correct. It's black gold. Then third one was you guys answered, I'm guessing, no, who answered? You answered, Rashar. You knew the film? Or you know about the fact that you keep getting stuck in rush hours, mornings and evenings? Okay, that is correct. So this is Rush Hour, 3-part films. Then of course, number 4 was answered by you because you just made sense of everything, right? Whether you knew it yourself or not is irrelevant. For that you got 2 points, team 4. That's very good. It is mirror R. So mirror R basically is 0, 1, 0, 1. Either side of the colon, it's the same. So these are called mirror R's, and there's a lot of superstition, numerology, astrology attached to it. And finally, CE being a 6-season British speculative fiction, I think Pokhariput, you answered this. You like Black Mirror, or you worked it out, solved it as a result of other answers?
We knew it.
You knew about Black Mirror? Okay, that's great. So that's it. That completes the 5 questions in round 1. Well done to each one of you who scored some points. That's very good. Now we'll move on to the second part. Okay? Yet again, I'll show you the question all together. I'll show you all questions at the same time. You can decide, whoever hits the buzzer gets to decide which of the 5 answers you'd like to give me. All right? So let's move on. So now we'll reverse the order of passing from whoever. You want a pen? Okay. Where do I get it from? Now you realize you need a pen. Okay. Can we provide a pen to them? Yeah. You've got? Pencil is okay. I think that should be fine. Okay. Right. Let's move on. Second part now. Whoever presses the buzzer, then we'll reverse the order. Okay? There's going to be some audios and there's a visual. You can feel free to press the buzzer whenever.
सोनी सोनी सी मोहब्बत ने करया है तंग हाय कुड़ी तेरी सोहबत ने करया है तंग रंगीन फिल्म जैसे दिखते हैं रंग.
Right, that was the first audio. Here's another audio.
किससे पूछी कितनी देर इस दर्द को सहते जाना है अंधी रात का हाथ पकड़ कर.
Right, so that was the second audio. And there's a visual also. Okay, and now your question. A certain great A is buried in a place named after another great B. A 2018 Bollywood film, Man Marzia, has this song, the first of the 2 audios. It's called Chonch Ladaiyan, with the lyrics, C, Dech, B, Nache, Nache. Man Marzia is set in a region where B and C fought a battle on the banks of the river Hydaspes, which is now known as D. D is a song in the 3rd film, Haider, of a trilogy inspired by E's works. That was the second audio. When E was writing, A was the ruler of India. So that's the full circle. Feel free to hit the buzzer whenever, and we'll start with you and pass in reverse. Somebody's hit the buzzer, and that is team 1. Yes, Loyola Bhubaneswar. Yeah, which one are you answering for plus 10 minus 5? A, B, C, D, E?
D.
D you're answering. D is a song in the 3rd film, alright? Or River Hydaspes, now known as D.
Jhelum.
Is correct. That's plus 10 Loyola School Bhubaneswar. That's well done. On to ODM. So now you have River Hydaspes, now known as Jhelum. Jhelum is a song in the 3rd film of a trilogy inspired by E's works. For plus 5 and no negatives, ODM. You can answer anything else also, A, B, C, or E. Okay, ODM, are you trying? Not trying. I'll pass. To DAV Kalinganagar for plus 5 and no negatives.
B. Alexander the Great.
B you're answering, and you're saying?
Alexander the Great.
Another great?
Alexander.
As Alexander, that is correct. So that's 5 points. DAV Kalinganagar passes to DPS Rourkela. Are you answering anything else? B and D have already been answered. B is Alexander. D is Jhelum. No? I'll move on. Rourkela, DPS? No. Passes. DAV, CDA.
E.
You're answering?
E.
E. Okay. When E was writing, A was the ruler of India.
E is William Shakespeare.
Is correct. E is indeed William Shakespeare. That's 5 points. DAV, CDA, Cuttack. Passes to Sai International, who were interested on the buzzer. For +5 and no negative. So now we have B answered, D answered, E answered. A and C available.
A is Akbar.
A certain great, Akbar, is buried in a place named after another great, Alexander. The visual was of? Buried in a place named after another great. What was the visual about? You have the answer. What's the other name for Alexander?
Sikandar.
And the place is named after Sikandar is?
Sikandrabad.
No, Kahan south? Go north. Why will Akbar be buried in south? What other places there? Around Fatehpur Sikri. Okay, let it be. I don't think you have this, but that's fine. I was only concerned with the A, which you have correct, which is 5. It is Sikandra, right? That's named after Sikandar. Okay, so that's 5 points to team 4. Now the only thing that's left is C. Yeah, C is the only thing left. So it says C, Dej, B, Nache, Nache. Or, set in a region where B and C fought a battle. So who did Alexander fight a battle with?
Is it porous?
Is it porous? So the lyrics go, Porous Dej, Sikandar, Nache, Nache is correct. That's 5 points, Blessed Sacrament. That's very good. Right, so distribution of points. We started with you, 10 points Loyola Bhubaneswar, then 5 points to DAV Kalinganagar, 5 points to DAV CDA Cuttack, team 5, and then 5 points to Sai International, team 4, and 5 points to Blessed Sacrament High School, Puri. Right, so that's the complete set. This is the full circle. Those are with all the answers that I was looking for. Right, with that fairly distributed set of questions and answers, we'll take a look at the scores, right? And then we'll move on to round number 2. But for our lovely audience, we have some audience questions. Okay. Okay, audience, if you think you know the answer, just raise your hand and I'll identify you, and that's when you can give the answer to these questions. All right. So the first one was 1936, which was about a wedding with a buttery 4-figure. The second came 13 years later, and the 4-figure that I just spoke about, the buttery 4-figure, was the predecessor's significant other. What am I talking about? So the first one came in, so the first one came in 1936, and then there was a gap of 13 years. And the first one and the second one were basically about husband and wife. Were basically, they were the main people involved. What am I speaking of? What's the first one? What's the second one? I mean, this is a customized question for the audience here. So you should get it. The first one happened in 1936. And then there was a wait for 13 years. Yes, please. What is your answer? Not the statehood of Orissa. Completely different field and topic of interest. Behind you, sir, you had some answer? Sorry, sir, you'll have to say that again. Orissa got statehood. Is that what you're suggesting? No, actually that's not. It's not the statehood and not about India's independence. It's actually about Odia films. The first film was Sita Bibah, which starred Makhan Lal, so buttery four-figure, right? And the second film was Lalita, where his wife Uma played the lead character, right? So these are the first two Odia films that I was speaking of. All right. Starting on a tough note with the audience, I thought I'll customize an Odia question for you. But nevertheless, I'll ask some more questions. But for now, we'll move on with the quiz. We'll take a look at the scores after the end of round 1. Team 1, Loyola, you are on 18. Team 2, DAV Pokhariput, you're on 6. Team 3, Blessed Sacrament, you are on 9. Sai International, you are on 7. Team DAV CDA on 5. DPS Rourkela still to open their account. DAV Kalinganagar currently plays second with a score of 15. And ODM Public School will start answering questions soon enough. All right, so 18, 15, 9, 7, 6, 5, and a couple of teams yet to open their account. We'll move on. 4 more rounds coming. Let's move on to round number 2. This round is going to be infinite bounds. I'll be asking 8 questions, passing from team 1 to team 8. Points. 10 points for a direct correct answer. Team 1, your direct question. If you give me a right answer, you get 10 points. But if you don't give me a right answer, no negatives. Question passes to team 2, to team 3, to team 4. Let's say team 4 gives me the right answer. It says +1 for each pass. So they'll get a premium of 1 point for answering a question passed or moved on from other teams. So you'll get 10 +1 +1 +1, team 4. That makes it 13 points, right? And if team 1's question passes across everyone is answered by team 8, you will get 14, 15, 16, 17, right? So you'll get 17 points. But you can convert that 17 or your 13 into a 20 if you, before giving me the answer, say the word double, right? If you say we'd like to double and our answer is XYZ, if that is correct, you get 20 points. But if that's incorrect, you get a -5. I understand that 17 into 2, I understand a bit of math. I understand 17 multiplied by 2 is 34. But I want to keep an upper limit to the maximum points you can score on one question. 34 on one question would be a little too skewed, right? I don't want one question impacting the entire result of this quiz. Yes, Team 7. Take the mic.
Is it possible for a team to pounce with double, or it's just...
There is no pounce, there
direct.
are no buzzers. Wait for questions to come to you. All right? Clear, everyone? Anybody can double. You can double on the direct, you'll get 20. Team 4 can double when it passes to them. Instead of a 26, you'll get 20, right? But remember, if you say double, there's a -5 attached to it, so you better get it right. Otherwise, a negative is coming your way. And then I move on to the next team. And also, whichever team answers the question, so let's say team 1's question answered by team 4, next question is not for team 2, but for team 5. So whoever answers, the next question is for the team sitting after them. Clear? And the next round, round 3, we'll reverse the order. We'll start with team 8. Okay, team 1. Here's your question, other teams. It's not on the buzzer, and there are no negatives unless you decide to double. Okay. Here's my question. Please say the word double if you want to, before you start giving me the answer. Not in the middle, not after, before. Here's your question, Team 1, Loyola. On November 12, 2001, Sports Illustrated released a ranking of the greatest comebacks in history. They did a top 10. Though it does indeed feature some all-time greats, who was ranked number 1? It features many other greats, as you can read them in the list. There's Muhammad Ali, there's Harry Truman, there are many others. But who was number 1 in this list? It says, defies critics and stuns the Romans with his resurrection. Greatest comebacks in history. Loyola. Who's number 1 in the list? No negative unless you decide to double. Looking forward to an answer now? No. Passes. DAV Pokhariput, team 2. No answer, team 2? No negative unless you decide to double. Passes to team Puri, team 3.
So we'd like to double.
You'd like to double for plus 20, minus 5.
The answer is Jesus Christ.
Defies critics and stuns the Romans with his resurrection. Jesus Christ as the greatest comeback in history is a lovely answer there by Blessed Sacrament. Absolutely. Comeback edition for Mettle Meet, comeback for Jesus Christ. 33 AD, defies the Romans with his resurrection. Absolutely. Number 1 in the list of greatest comebacks of all time. That's very well done. To team 3 gets you a plus 20. Right? 20 points, team Blessed Sacrament. Well done. Good use of doubling as well. Next question. Direct to Sai International, team 4. Due to this split-second scene in the Barbie movie, the film was banned since the banning entity called it appeasement of which rival entity? So you have to tell me which rival entity. Okay? Not who banned it, but who was the rival entity, because of which whoever banned it, banned it. So this is an allegation or criticism that lately Hollywood has been on the receiving end of. Team 4. I'm not looking for who banned it. I'm looking for whatever the reason that whoever banned it, right? What reason did they give?
Sir, we would like to double.
You'd like to double for 20 points.
Sir, it was showing undivided India.
Okay.
The map was showing undivided India, and it was banned by Pakistan for that reason.
That's a minus 5 to team Sai International. Team 4, that's not the answer. Passes to team 5.
No double. The answer is the Writers Union of the scripts in Hollywood was the rival entity which placed an allegation.
All right, that's not the answer. Passes, team 6. DPS Orkila.
It showed the South China Sea incorrectly. It included that Taiwan was a part of China. So
Okay, so which rival entity am I speaking of?
Maybe Taiwan.
Maybe Taiwan. Okay, passes, team 7.
The rival entity, the rival entity was the United States of America.
Okay, passes, team 8. Anything, ODM? Any guesses? No? I'll pass. Okay, ODM, you're not taking guesses. Team 1.
Appeasement of China. They have shown the South China Sea as the part of China, and Vietnam has banned the movie.
And the allegation criticism is about?
Showing major parts of the South China Sea as part of China.
Is the answer, it was the reverse of what you said, team 6, unfortunately. So the rival entity being China, Vietnam actually banned it because, you got the answer, main part correct, but essentially it's the 9-dash line, which is the green small lines, that's called the 9-dash line. That is in the South China Sea, that, is a China's extensive boundary claim, and this is allegedly Hollywood's larger China appeasement strategy. A lot of films lately have been, blamed that you're trying to appease China a lot. So this is a part of that. There was a very split-second scene in the film. It's a lovely answer. Loyola School, Bhubaneswar. This was a question for team 4, passed across everyone, answered by you, gets you 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So 15 points to team Loyola, Bhubaneswar. Well done. All right, Pokhariput, you're direct, team 2. While Cornelia Sorabji is considered by many as India's first female blank, some in Orissa contest this claim. They say the title goes to Madhusudan Das's adopted daughter, Sudhanshu Bala Hazra, who broke many barriers to emerge as India's first female blank, same word, in 1923. Das fought Hazra's case in the Patna High Court in 1921 so that she could do something. I've removed something here. Like her male counterparts, Das eventually won the case and Hazra officially was designated a X, almost a full year before Cornelia earned that honor. Right? So what profession is this? So many consider Cornelia Sorabji to be India's first female something, but those from Orissa sort of contest this claim in favor of Sudhanshu Bala Hazra. So what am I speaking of?
Will like to go with no doubles.
That's fine.
The answer is pilot.
Is incorrect. Passes to team 3. Blessed Sacrament.
Is it cinema lady?
Is it?
First female cinema lady.
Cinema lady or some person involved in cinema or acting. Yeah? Okay. No. Passes. Team 4.
Is it lawyer?
Is it lawyer? Last time you decided to double, got it wrong. This time you decided to play it safe, you got it right. That is correct. That's well done. Good answer there, Team 4, Sai International. Very good answer on that one. That gets you 12 points. Right? So 12 points to Team 4. It is indeed lawyer. So I've told you the entire story. I really have nothing else to add. So there was a case that was fought. Fair bit of clues there. Perhaps there was a high court, etc. mentioned, just fighting the case in her favor. And so this is Sudhanshu Bala Hazra. The first lawyer, I mean, if depending on who you find favor with, either her or Cornelia Sorabji. That's well done, Team 4, getting 12 points. Next question. DAV CDA Cuttack is your direct. German artist Boris Eldagson's Pseudo-Amnesia, the electrician. So this is Pseudo-Amnesia, the electrician in the picture. Won the Creative Open category at Sony World Photography Award in April. However, he declined the award, saying that his intention was not to win, but to initiate a conversation about such photographs. My question is, what kind of entries? He said that he did not want to win, he wanted to initiate a conversation. So that's why he didn't collect the prize. And similarly, in this picture is a similar such winning entry from Colorado State Fair last year. Right? So what kind of entries am I speaking of? So the second picture is not by the German artist, it's by somebody else. Right? But this entry won it in, the bottom entry won it in Colorado State Fair in 2022. The other image, this one was, won it in Sony's World Photography Award in April, earlier this year. So what kind of entries? We wanted to initiate a conversation about such kind of entries. What kind?
So AI created photos.
AI created photos. Both these pictures you think are AI created. That is correct. Absolutely. That's well done. Perhaps looking at the expression, it was a guess, was it? Was a lovely guess. Gets you 10 points. Well done, Team 5 on the direct. So these were all pictures created using AI. And now Team 6, DPS Raurkela. Team 5, you get 10 points. DPS Raurkela, the story continues. With AI-generated images now winning art and photography prizes, as we saw a couple of examples, leading to litigations about the validity of such submissions, one is reminded of the emergence of a certain technology in the 1800s. As with AI now, many then argued that this technology lacked any artistic merit. And in 1884, the American Supreme Court weighed in on the issue and found that the technology served as a tool that an artist could use to give an idea visible form. What technology having its history repeat itself moment? So in the 19th century, there was this argument about the usage of what technology. Yes, DPS Raurkela. If you're feeling confident, you can double, otherwise don't.
Is it about camera technology?
Is it about camera technology? So What about the camera technology? So who uses cameras? Photographers use cameras. So people using AI entering photography competitions. Back in the 19th century, people with cameras entered art and painting competitions. Absolutely, that's the answer that I was looking for. So that is why the history repeat itself moment. What photography did to the world of painting and art, AI is now doing it to the world of photography. But of course, a century later, or a little more than that. Well done, absolutely. Good answer there, DPS Rourkela, very well worked out. So before the invention of photography, artists would only, could draw or sketch, but photography made it all the more realistic. And now AI is going one step ahead. Well done. Team 6, DPS Rourkela gets you 10 points. And now DAV, Kalinganagar, this is your question, Team 7. In 2017, Pakistan initiated a new cabinet ministry. In April 22, last year, Shri Rahman, who you see in the picture, a recipient of Nishan-e-Imtiaz, was appointed as its minister. Which ministry? Helping you with that, in India, this domain was added with a change in nomenclature in another pre-existing ministry when the Modi government came to power in May 2014, in their first term. So this domain was added with a change in nomenclature. In India, 9 years ago. Team 7.
Ministry of Tourism and Culture.
Ministry of Tourism and Culture passes. Team 8, ODM.
Foreign Ministry.
Foreign Ministry, that's not the answer, passes. Team 1, Loyola.
Ministry of External Affairs.
Not Ministry of External Affairs. To DAV Pokhariput. Team 2.
No doubles. Is it Niti Ayog?
Not Niti Ayog. To Team 3, Blessed Sacrament. Okay, Team Puri.
We are thinking of Home Ministry.
You are thinking of Home Ministry. Unfortunately, I'll have to pass to Sai International, Team 4.
Ministry of Education.
Not Ministry of Education. Are we running out of ministries here? To Team 5, DAV CDA.
Is it Ministry of Health?
Not the Ministry of Health. And final attempt, DPS Rourkela. Are you giving me an answer, DPS?
Ministry of Science.
Ministry of Science. Nobody read the question. Yes, audience, right at the very end. Not Ministry of Women and Child Development, right next to you in red shirt. Yeah. Complete it for me. What was it earlier and what did it become? You just know the Pakistan bit. All right. So this was the Ministry of Environment and Forests and Climate Change, right? So Pakistan already had, not already, but they introduced it in 2017 with this lady who became the cabinet minister there. But in India, we had Ministry of Environment Forest already. Something was added with a nomenclature change, and that is why and climate change, right? Well done. Give him a round of applause. And there is a prize coming your way. Absolutely brilliant answer. Very good. Right. So, where were we? We were with you, Team 7. Now, final question, Team 8. Not sorry. There are 2 questions to go. Team 8, this is for you. So, in left to right, this is not an exhaustive list, but it is an ordered list. How? What order is this? Or you can go right to left and then it becomes a reverse order. How? Same thing. Right, we'll do this again just to show you the order from left to right as these pictures are revealed. What order is this? It's not an exhaustive order. It's not a complete order, but good enough for you to figure out that there is some kind of order here.
Sir, sports.
Sports, okay. Passes, not sports. Loyola, team 1.
Is it something related to the Pentagon?
To?
Pentagon.
Can you spell that for me?
Pentagon. Pentagon.
Pentagon, okay. No, passes, team 2. Devi Pukhariput, no. Not figuring out an order here. So I'll move on to team 3, Blessed Sacrament. What order do you see here? From left to right. Or reverse order, right to left. No? Okay, Blessed Sacrament, are you answering? Just a minute. Okay, I've already passed through a few. I need you to answer in 3 seconds.
We guess it is in decreasing order. From a pentagon, it is going to a triangle.
From a pentagon, it's going to a triangle. Which one?
From the very ring they are fighting, it's probably...
From the beginning, who's doing what?
From the very right hand corner, it is they are fighting in an hexagon.
Okay.
And as you can see, it is a triangle, so is it a hexagon?
Is it a hexagon? Alright, passes, team 4, Sai International.
From left to right, this number of sides are increasing.
Tell me how?
That's it's a triangle. Then I think in Superman's sign there are 5 sides.
Which is a
pentagon.
Okay.
Then beehives
is a
hexagon.
Then
double.
What is after that? What is the after?
There is a heptagon, 7 sides, and there is an octagon.
Is perfect. That's the answer that I was looking for. Blessed Sacrament. You were halfway and then you just stopped. Right? Well done. Absolutely. So pyramid, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon. The Louvre, the Superman has a pentagon. Right? So honeycomb is hex. 50 pence is hept, and UFC ring is fought in an octagon, right? So that is why particular ordered list. That's a very good answer there, Sai International. Question was for team ODM, right? ODM, this was for you. 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 points to team Sai International Bhubaneswar. Well done. Very good. Come on, give them a round of applause. That's a lovely answer that they sort of made sense with. Right, final question of this round is going to Team 5, DAV, CDA. This is for you. In June 2023, earlier this year, Greta Thunberg, announced her 251st Fridays for Future weekly climate strike as her last school strike for the climate. However, she isn't really quitting her climate demonstrations, warning that the fight has only just begun. Why then has she called off her strikes?
She graduated from school, so she stopped.
So that's it. No more opportunities to strike in school because she's graduated is correct. That's the answer. That's well done. That brings Greta to the end of her school life. And that gets the AV Public School Team 5 from Cuttack 10 points. That's very good, right? And that's the end of second round as well. We won't take a look at the scores right now. We'll do the scores later. For now, we'll move on to round number 3. Except, of course, I have a question for the audience. Okay, audience, my question for you. In the top 10 most liked photos on Instagram are predominantly photos by Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. 5 are by Messi, 4 are by Ronaldo, so there's 1 left. At number 2 is a picture by an advertising executive with the intention of leading awareness and driving conversations around mental health. Please describe that picture with just 1 word. What is there in that picture? Yes, the gentleman in black shirt, yes. It's an egg. A picture of an egg is the second most liked picture on Instagram. Is correct. That's the answer. That's well done. Very good. Rest all are by Ronaldo and Messi. And there's a prize coming your way as well. Very good. Okay, I'll ask more questions to the audience, but for now, we'll go to the teams on stage. Now we'll reverse the order. We'll start with team ODM, team 8, and we'll go 8-7-5 in that order. In this round, it's the same as last round, except every question has multiple answers. So, if you'd like to double for the entire answer, all multiple answers, please get everything correct. But if you think you only know a part of the answer, a part of the question is the answer, you can double for that part also. And I'll give you 10 points. So full answer gets you 20 as a double, but half the answer gets you 10 if you double. All right? But the negative remains constant. So even if you say you'd like to double for one part, you get it wrong, you still get a -5. And for the entire thing, if you double and you get it wrong, you get a -5. But if you're doubling for the entire thing and one part is correct, the other part is wrong, I will still give you a negative, right? If you double only if you get everything correct, if you think you know everything correct. Otherwise, don't double and we'll play 10 plus 1 and you'll get half the points depending on where we are. If we're at 10 plus 1, let's say team 6 gives half the answer without doubling, and that is correct, you'll get 6 points, right? So half of whatever, okay? Doubts anyone? Okay, no one. So we'll start. Team 8, your question. Other teams, just wait for it to come to you. Here's your question, team 8, ODM. In 2016, the World Rugby Museum called a certain 1995 picture as the most iconic image in the history of sport. They reasoned that the moment was unthinkable a few years before, due to the enforcement of the Gleneagles Agreement. My question is, what moment that saw the enduring power of sport to bring people together and recreated in the 2009 film Invictus? So if you know rugby, that's great. If you don't know rugby, if you like Hollywood, perhaps that's where your answer is. That's one part. So one part is you have to describe what's happening in the image. What image is it? What's happening? The other part is exercised by Commonwealth nations in 1977. What exclusionary initiative was the Gleneagles Agreement? If you know what the Gleneagles Agreement is, I'm guessing you will be able to work out the first part if you don't know that already. So this moment wasn't really possible because of the enforcement of the Gleneagles Agreement. What moment? And what was Gleneagles Agreement?
So we would skip.
You won't try anything? All right, passes to team 7.
Even though nations might be at war, but still the players will be provided.
Let's just go one by one. Which part are you answering first?
What exclusionary initiative?
So you're answering what is the Gleneagles Agreement? Okay, what is it?
Even though the nations might be at war or some conflict, but still the players will be allowed to play in the country.
Okay, and are you giving me the other part? Can you describe the image? No. Passes, team 6.
Is it something related to racism?
For which one?
First part.
The picture was about something to do with racism. Yes. Okay. And what was the Gleneagles Agreement?
I'm not sure about that.
All right. Passes, DAV, CDA, team 5.
We'll double.
For both parts?
Yes.
Plus 20, minus 5.
The first one was in 2009. It's in the film, like it was showed the moment of South Africa winning the Rugby World Cup.
Okay.
And in the second one, the exclusionary initiative was that South Africa could no more take part in any tournaments, world or sports tournaments, because of the apartheid system going on.
Please give him 20 points and a huge round of applause. That's a brilliant answer. That's as descriptive as I could have been. That's a fine answer there, DAVCDA. Absolutely brilliant. So that's South Africa winning the 1995 Rugby World Cup, which is called the William Webb Ellis Cup. Recreated on the right is the recreated version. I know it looks very much like the original. But on the right, that's not Nelson Mandela, that's Morgan Freeman playing Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela is already there on the left, in the image on the left. And that's Francois Pienaar, their captain, played by Matt Damon in the film Invictus. And of course, perhaps some of you would know this from cricket. South Africa wasn't really a part of the World Cups till 1992 because of the enforcement of the Gleneagles agreement around apartheid policies and all that. It's a lovely answer, Team 5. Well done on the doubling as well. Gets you a deserved plus 20. Absolutely well done. Next question, Sai International. You're direct. So if you give me 2 answers, I will consider that as half. So 2 plus 1. So 2 answers is half. The third answer is the other half. The G20 supports the FATF as standard setter to prevent money laundering, terrorist financing, and proliferation financing. The FATF, Financial Action Task Force, maintains a blacklist for high-risk countries, high-risk jurisdictions, subject to a call for action, and a grey list for jurisdictions under increased monitoring. As of now, the most recent list published in June, there are 3 countries in the blacklist. Name them. If you give me any 2, and that's correct, I'll give you half. So these are the 3 countries with their flags. Remember, you can double for half the answer also and take 10 points. Or you can attempt all 3 or double for that, take 20. It's up to you. So these 3 countries are in the current blacklist of FATF.
The first 2 countries can be North Korea and Iran.
Sorry, say that again. Say that again.
Can we part double the first?
No, doubling is too late. You've already started answering. Just repeat whatever you said.
North Korea, Iran.
Okay. I mean, if you're not doubling, you can go for a third one if you want. It's totally up to you.
Okay. Is the third country as Senegal?
All right. Passes, Team 3.
We'll have to double the entire question.
Okay.
The first is North Korea, the second is Iran, and third is Myanmar.
Is perfect. That's the answer that I was looking for. That's well done to Team 3. I got part answer from there. I got North Korea and Iran from there. So you get 5 points. And your double I would consider only for Myanmar because I already had the right answer from a previous team. So that gets you, Team 3, 10 points. So 5 points, Team 4, 10 points to Team 3. Not Senegal, but Myanmar. That's well done. Well done, Team 3. Very good. Next question, a direct to Team 2. I'll ask a question. I'll give you some text, but look at the larger visuals. Essentially, you'll have to name the 2 aircrafts. And now my question, which will include some hints. Designed by Aeronautical Development Agency in collaboration with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, the fighter jet on the left, its name means courage or strength, has an upcoming Kangana Ranaut starring film sharing its name. It is India's 2nd indigenous fighter jet after the one on the right, the fighter aircraft on the right, that was named after a deity who lends his name to an automobile manufacturer. Give me both aircrafts.
Sir, so the first aircraft
on the left.
On the left-hand side, we think it is Veer, and then the second one is Maruti.
All right. Passes Loyola.
We are going for a double.
For the entire answer?
Yes.
Okay.
The first aircraft is HAL Tejas, HAL Tejas, and the second one is on the right, HAL Marut. And Maruti names come from that, Marut.
Is perfect. That's the answer that I was looking for. This is Tejas and Marut, not Maruti. Right? So Tejas and Marut. That's well done, Loyola School, Bhubaneswar. And there's a film coming starring Kangana Ranaut. I said sharing its name because I read a little bit and I realized that it's Kangana Ranaut's name in the film is Tejas. Okay, so I don't know about the aircraft, but her name in the film is Tejas. So that's why sharing the name. That's well done, Loyola. Doubling on that one gets you a 20, a full 20-pointer. That's very good. Tejas and Marut. Right, so like I said earlier, some questions that you saw previously yesterday also would come from OrissaPOST itself. Fine resource for creating such questions. Next question, Team ODM, your direct. Although India was originally supposed to host the G20 summit in 2021, but Prime Minister Narendra Modi requested Italy to host it in 2021, so India could host it in 2022. Why did the PM make this request? That's one part. The second part, as a follow-up, but after a request made by Indonesia's foreign minister, India exchanged its presidency of G20 with Indonesia in 2022 because Indonesia would also chair what organization whose emblem you see in the picture, which happens to be a guest at G20. First part, why did the PM make this request? Second part, which organization's chair this year is Indonesia?
So we will double it.
For the entire answer?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sir, PM made this request because India will be celebrating its 75 years of independence. Independence. In the second part, it was done because Indonesia was about to chair the ASEAN organization.
Is correct. Plus 20 ODM, absolutely. That's the entire story. To coincide with the 75th year of India's independence and ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations, the chair for that is Indonesia this year. And that's why this switch happened for both the countries. That's very good. 20 points, Team 8. Well done. Next question, DAV Kalinganagar, is yours. On the flag of Brazil, the 27 federal units of Brazil are depicted with the number of what in their flag. Brazil, however, doesn't hold the record for the national flag with the highest number of it in the world. Which country does?
We would like to double.
For the entire answer?
Yes. Stars and the United States of America.
Which has how many stars?
I believe 51. 50. 50. 50.
For 50 for the 50 states. That is correct on the direct. Well done, DAV Kalinganagar. A very high scoring round this time. 20 points. That's very good, Team 7. Next question, DPS Rourkela, is yours. This is a first day cover from 2016 of a Bhutanese stamp depicting 4 animals revered in the country's Buddhist traditions. Tak is the tiger who you see in the stamp. And the others are all mythical creatures that are supposed to have existed in Bhutan but no longer do. All mythical creatures that are supposed to have existed in Bhutan but no longer do. My question is, by what names are they known outside the mountain kingdom of Bhutan? In Bhutan, you know them as Seng, Chuk and Druk, but how do we know them? So again, 3 parts. You can give me any 2 and I'll give you half the points. Three mythical creatures supposed to have existed in Bhutan but no longer do. Any answer, DPS? Any 2? But just one will not get you points. So if you only answer 1, then you're perhaps leaving clues for others. Try at least 2. Okay. DPS, I need an answer now.
One of them is a dragon and another is a dog.
Dragon and a
dog.
Dog. Okay. Passes. Are you trying a third one? No? Okay. Passes.
A Garuda and a dragon.
Garuda and a dragon. And a third one?
I don't know.
Okay. Passes. Sai International.
Is it a dragon, a unicorn, and a phoenix?
Passes. Blessed Sacrament.
Is it a dragon, Garuda, and a griffin?
And?
Griffin.
Griffin. Okay. Passes. Pokhariput. No? I'll move on. I will. Loyola.
Dragon, snake, and a dog.
Snake and a dog. Okay. Teammate.
Eagle or Garuda, dragon, snow leopard.
Repeat, please.
Eagle or Garuda, dragon.
Eagle.
Or Garuda.
Eagle or. Okay. Or Garuda. Okay.
Dragon.
Dragon.
Snow leopard.
Snow leopard. Okay. Team 7. Switch on the mic, please. Not break it. I just said switch on.
It will be a unicorn, a dragon, and the Sahasranag.
And the?
Sahasranag, the seven-headed snake.
Yeah. This was your direct? Okay. Audience, anyone would like to give me all three? Take a guess. No negatives from you. I won't take prizes from you. All right, I think we've tried with you, but I don't think anybody else is interested, so might as well go for it again. Yeah. Yes. Garuda is correct, not snow leopard. Somebody said snow leopard. It is dragon, and Drak is dragon, Chung is Garud, and Seng is snow lion. You said snow leopard, right? Yeah, snow lion is what I was looking for. Mythical. So you got half the answer because you said dragon and Garuda. Team 5, well done. This was a question for team 6, which means you got half the answer. That gets you 6 points. Right? So 6 points to team 5. Well done. Give them a round of applause for identifying at least 2 of them. All of you said unicorn. I mean, I don't know, how would you associate Bhutan with unicorn? Right? Well done, team 5. Gets you 6 points. Next question is to team 4, Sai International. This is an alliteratively named variety of sari from Orissa. It features silhouettes that resemble the entrances to temples. It has a 2-word name, okay? The second word, it features silhouettes that resemble the entrances to temples. That's why the second word. However, the geographically far off first word comes from the towering temples that resemble the mountains of a battle site from the end of last century. So, 2-word name. You give me 1 word, I get you half points. You get me the other word, I'll give you the other half. Geographically distant.
Is it Sambalpuri Patta?
Is incorrect. Passes. Team 3. What's the sari called? It has a 2-word name. Yeah, it has a 2-word name. And I've tried to give you some clues for each of those words. No? Okay, I'll pass. Doesn't look like you're having a private discussion, just staring into each other's eyes. Right, DAV Pokhariput.
Sir, is it Passapalli sarees?
Passing.
Kotpad sari.
What sari?
Kotpad, K-O-T-P-A-D.
Kotpad, that's 1 word. Second word is sari.
Yeah. No, Kotpad.
But it's a 2-word name, no? Add another name. Okay, I'll move on.
Pasapalli.
Pass?
Pasapalli.
Is that 1 word or 2 words?
Pasa and Palli.
Pasa and Palli. Okay, that's 2 words. Team 7. Passing. So much intensive thinking. Team 6, DPS. I've given so many clues. Perhaps if you just don't know the sari, ignore the visual then. Just look at the text. Okay, Team 6, not answering. You can't be starting a discussion after I've come to you across so many teams. No answer? Well, I'll move on then. DAV, can you give me back-to-back answers? Let's see.
Dhoulidwar.
The?
Dhoulidwar.
No, you didn't read the question. This was for team 4. Now to the audience. Yes, ma'am. No, not Maya. Yes, this side, ma'am. Are you wearing the same sari? No. Okay. No. You have to read the question. It'll be nice if the ladies can attempt it. I don't know, maybe it's in your wardrobe. Yes, let's wait for the ladies. Okay, now we can go with you. Not that one. I'm deliberately not pronouncing because I know I will mispronounce. So I'll just say no, no, no. It just has to sound right to me. Yes, sir, at the back. In check shirt, yeah. No, sir, behind you. No. Anybody else, ma'am? Not Pattachitra. There are 2 words, and I've tried to describe them also. The first word comes from the towering temples that resemble the mountains of a battle site from the end of the last century. Tell me a battle site from the end of the last century. And we'll start from there. Yes, Nishant. Good. You're thinking. Now, the second word. It features silhouettes that resemble the entrance to temples, alliteratively named. You know the first letter because alliterative, right? Kargil? No, doesn't sound right. I'm not too sure what you're saying, but it doesn't sound right. Okay, so it is... all right, I'll close this then. This is Kargil Kumbh, right? So that's the answer that I was looking for. That is why geographically distant battle site, right? So at least could have got Kargil. You know, I understand perhaps Kumbh was difficult, but could have got Kargil, like dropped hints. Maybe you'll get something from there. Take some purchase. We'll move on to the final question now. This was a question for team 4, now to team 3. Blessed Sacrament, final question of this round. And then we'll take a look at the scores. In 2017, the government of Orissa reached out to the central government to recognize the 1817 X as Y, since it predated by a few decades what is now remembered as Y. In 2019, then President Ramnath Kovind laid the foundation stone for the X memorial, and last year the state government provided about 10 acres of land for the construction of the memorial. 2 parts. What? Construction of what memorial? That's one. And what recognition has been demanded for it? To recognize the 1817 X as Y. Since it predated by a few decades what is now remembered as Y. So something is already remembered as Y. But there is a demand to recognize the 1817 something as the Y. Any part you'd like to try? Team 3? Okay. Too much time?
Utkal Memorial as Kalinga.
Say that again, please. Which one are you answering? Are you answering both?
Probably.
Probably. Okay, probably. Which one? What answer do you have?
X as Utkala and Y as Kalinga.
To recognize Utkal as Kalinga. Okay. Passes. Team 2.
Sir, we want to opt for a double.
For the entire answer?
Yes, sir.
So, go
sir,
for it.
1817 X is the Paika Bidroha and Y is the first war of independence.
Is a lovely answer. That's the answer that I was looking for. To recognize Paika Rebellion as the first war of independence, since it predated by a few decades something that is remembered as the first war of independence. And which is that, team 3? the 1857 War of Independence, right? So that's why. Well done, very well done there, team 2. Gets you a plus 20, absolutely. It's a good answer. Right, that's the end of round 3. We'll take a look at the scores. There are 2 more rounds coming, but we'll ask an audience question, or maybe two audience questions. Okay. All right. Okay, last year, when the Chief Economic Secretary of India, K. Subramanian, when they released the economic survey, so they release the economic survey every year. So when they released, not last year, sorry, when they released it in 2021, yeah, so 2 years ago, when they released the economic survey, he explained the alliterative approach that they had taken. So alliteration we already did. Alliteration is repetition of the initials, just like Dil Mein Mere Hai Dard Disco. Okay. So he basically tried to explain the alliterative approach that they had taken in coming out with the Economic Survey Report of India. In an attempt to provide a template of the varying approaches Indian policymakers could take while putting the economy back on track, he drew inspiration from the daring and watchful Indian cricket team. From the daring and watchful Indian cricket team's performance in Australia. My question is, with what contrasting players did he describe the approach of the Economic Survey Report? Daring and watchful Indian cricket team's performance in Australia. If you remember, we defeated Tim Payne's squad, went to Australia, right? So daring and watchful. That's how he equated the Economic Survey Report. Right, let's have an answer from you in red t-shirt. So Pant and Pujara. Absolutely, that's the answer that I was looking for. The Pant-Pujara approach. That's very good. Well done. Okay, we'll do one more audience question. Because there's a very fun round coming and all of you will be very excited when we start with the next one. So let me curb the enthusiasm. Okay, let's do Hollywood. In 2002, a movie called Nosebleed would have released. Right, there was a film that they were working on that would have released in 2002 called Nosebleed. In it, Jackie Chan was playing a window cleaner in a high-rise building. But the movie got shelved in 2001 while still being filmed due to what reason beyond their control? Right, let's have the answer from the person sitting next to Nishant. They wanted to film at the World Trade Center and the reason beyond their control happened? 9/11, absolutely. And so Jackie Chan couldn't play window cleaner of the World Trade Center. That's a lovely answer. Well done. All right, I'll ask more audience questions. Now the audience is also warming up with the answers. Okay, let's take a look at the scores. Team 1, Loyola, you've moved up a fair bit. You're on 53. DAV Pokhariput catching up on 26. Blessed Sacrament, some answers coming from you on 39. Sai International, you're on 33. DAV CDA, very close to Loyola at 51. DPS Rourkela at 10. DAV Kalinganagar on 35. And ODM Public School with that answer on the double on 20. So 53, please give them a round of applause. Loyola on 53, DAV CDA just 2 points behind on 51. Then Blessed on 39, 35, DAV Kalinga. Sai International 33, DAV Pokhariput 26 and ODM 20. Right, so it's a very interesting set how it has turned out to be. All right, so we'll move on. 2 more rounds to go. Fairly high scoring. So this round is called Jeopardized Names. I will give a demo question. We'll play that demo with the audience. I have jeopardized certain names. How that happens? I will give you a question and I will give you an answer. Has anybody seen the televised game show called Jeopardy? No? Okay, so it's a quiz show wherein what happens? The host gives out the answer. The participants have to tell what the question is. So it works reverse. In this case, you can say I have jeopardized Jeopardy also. I'll give you the question and I'll give you the answer and then I'll ask you a question around that. Okay? So I'll give you a question and I'll give you an answer. In the question, and perhaps in the answer also, I have removed the name of a person. A person. So no place, animal, thing. Person. Okay? You have to answer the person that I'm speaking about, whose name I've removed. Each team will get a direct question. We'll start with team 1. Team 1, you get a direct question. Team 2, you get a direct question. Everybody gets a direct question. Other teams, you have to hit the buzzer if you think you know who the person being spoken about is. All right. Let's say team 1's question, team 7 presses the buzzer. And team 1, if you know the answer, you can give me the answer. If you're correct, I'll give you 10 points. So it doesn't matter whether team 7 has pressed the buzzer or not. But just in case you don't know the answer, I'll pass the question to and team 7 has pressed the buzzer. Just in case you don't know the answer, you can see that team 7 is on the buzzer. You can tell them, you can not tell them, but you can tell me that you'd like to take help, right? So I'll go to team 7. Team 7, you give me your answer, all right? I won't declare whether that is correct or not. I'll take that answer back to team 1. You have to accept or reject. There's nothing else. You cannot change it. If you wanted to give an answer, you give your answer and don't take help, right? So you give your answer before thinking of help, okay? So if you do that, let's say they gave let's say the question is, who's the Prime Minister of India? You say you don't know the answer. They say, and you say we'd like to take help. They say Narendra Modi. Question goes back to you. If you accept, you get, because that's correct, you get 10 points, you get 5 points. Okay, because they did most of the heavy duty, so they get 10 points, and you get 5 points for accepting the right answer. And if you reject it, you get a -5 because you've rejected a correct answer, you still get your 10. If on the flip side they said something else, they said Sachin Tendulkar, let's say, right, as the Prime Minister, and if you accept it, both of you get a -5. And then question goes to somebody else on the buzzer, right? So whoever presses the buzzer, so there are 3 buzzers I will allow. Whoever presses the buzzer first will be the only team whose help you can take, not some other tuition friends, but in different teams, okay? Only the team that presses the buzzer first. So whoever's light is solid, that's the first team. Whoever's light is blinking, that's the second team. If the question still survives, then I pass the question to you on the second and the third buzzer for +5 and -5. But the first team that's helping, if you're right, you get 10 points regardless. All right, irrespective of whether the direct team accepts or rejects your answer. Understood, everyone? We'll do a demo. Perhaps you'll understand it even better. Okay? All right, we'll play a demo with the audience. Whoever thinks they know the answer, just raise your hand. I will also explain. It needs a bit of explanation when you see the question. Question: why was X on a Y MS Fridtjof Nansen at the start of the pandemic? The answer: to insulate the cast and crew of Mission Impossible 7 in a contained bubble, similar to what the NBA created at Disney World. Give me XY. Why was X on a Y? So X is the first name, Y is the second name. Who am I speaking about? Show of hands, anybody would like to try? No? Okay, audience, not being very participative now. Anyway, anybody amongst the teams would like to try? Hit the buzzer. Okay, sorry, no. I mean, it's fine. Let's assume we're playing with, you're also interested in the answer? Okay, let's assume we're playing with you as a direct team. That's the team that's hit the buzzer, so you're the helping team, okay? Right, do you want to take help? You want to take help, okay. What is your answer, team 1?
We know only Y, which is...
No, it's one answer. X on a Y. First name, second name. Yes.
Biobubble.
Person. Okay, they said biobubble. Accept or reject? Reject. Well done, -5. Okay, somebody else press the buzzer or not? Yeah, you have. Okay. Let's assume they are the helping team because that was way off as the answer. So what is your answer? Huh?
Can we trick them?
Of course, you'll get a -5. You can trick them at your own expense.
Okay.
I'm cool with it. I don't have any problem. Perhaps your teachers are here, they'll have a problem with you later. But for now, do you have an answer?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Okay. Do you accept or do you reject? You accept. Why was Tom on a cruise at the start of the pandemic? To insulate the cast and crew of Mission Impossible 7. That is correct. Right? That's the answer. So this is a demo, right? So you get 10 points for giving that answer, and because you accepted the right answer, you get 5 points. And I don't know what to do with you there, Vayo Babu. Okay? Understood now? Your answer has to be name of a person. And the names grammatically fit. It could have been, why was Tom Cruise on a cruise? But that's needlessly repetitive, right? So it grammatically fits with the first and second name. Let me give you another example. Who did X, Y in the 2016 American presidential elections? Answer, Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump in the 2016 elections, right? So grammatically it makes sense, right? You don't have to say Donald Trump, Trump. Understood now, right? Make grammatical sense. So when you accept, see if it fits or reject, whatever you do, see if it's not fitting. Understood everyone? Right? Okay, audience, please be patient. We'll start with Loyola School, Bhubaneswar. Other teams, you're on the buzzer. The first team that presses the buzzer, you can only take their help and nobody else's help. If nobody presses the buzzer, then I would assume that, the question is difficult. You can give an answer. If it's correct, I'll give you 10. If it's incorrect, no negatives, I'll take it to the audience. But if somebody presses the buzzer and you decide to not take help and give an answer, if you're correct, I will still give you 10. But if there is help available and you decide to not take help and give a wrong answer, you get a -5. Right. Understood? So we'll start. First question. Direct. You don't have to press the buzzer. This is your direct. Okay, Loyola. Others on the buzzer. Teams 2 to 8 on the buzzer. Here's my question to team 1. Died in June 2023. What was X, Y for? X was Y for being the oldest Nobel laureate at 97 for the development of lithium-ion batteries, which he shared with M. Stanley Whittingham and Akira Yoshino. Give XY. You have help coming from team 4 if you're interested. You'll have to wait, DAV, team 7, you'll have to wait. But if you want help, Loyola, Sai International is interested.
We'll take help.
You'll take help. Sai International?
It's Jim Peebles.
Right. Can you say that again for them? I don't think they heard it.
Jim Peebles.
They say Jim Peebles. Accept or reject? Loyola, take a decision.
We reject.
Reject. You do understand if you reject a correct answer, you get a negative. But if you reject a wrong answer, you don't get a negative. Which is what happened because that was wrong. So that's a -5 team 4, nothing to team 1.
John, good enough.
Hold on. Question goes to team 7, DAV Public School, Kalinganagar. There's nobody else on the buzzer. Okay.
I believe it's John Good Enough.
John Good Enough. Died in June 2023. What was John good enough for? John was good enough for being the oldest Nobel laureate at 97. Absolutely. That's the answer. That's well done, team 7. Gets you a +5, -5, team 4, nothing to team 1. Right. Well done. Very good, team 7. Right. So John was good enough to be the oldest to win the Nobel Prize at 97 alongside 2 others. Right. Team 2. You're direct. Other teams, you're on the buzzer. Okay. Why was X wide by ICC prior to the 2003 World Cup? Because he tested positive for diuretics, hydrochlorothiazide, and amiloride, which are banned because of their potential use as masking agents to disguise steroid abuse. Give XY. Who is helping them? DAV is going to help you if you want. Team 2, Team 5 is interested in helping you out if you want help. And second on the buzzer is Team 6, and then third on the buzzer is Team 3. But you can only take Team 5's help.
We would take the help.
You'll take help. Right. CDA Katak, DAV, what's your answer?
Is it Shane Warne?
All right, they say Shane won. Team 2, accept or reject? Please switch on your mic.
Sir, we accept it.
Why?
So because, sir, it can be put in the sentence like Shane was warned. Shane warned. Why was Shane warned by ICC prior to the 2003 World Cup?
Is correct. That's well done. Good answer there, Team 5. Indeed. Why was Shane warned by the ICC? Actually, the story goes that he was warned by the ICC, but he didn't listen. He went on and did a lot more steroid usage, and then he was banned, right? Thankfully, his name is just warned and not banned. So otherwise, question number 3 could have been again on this, but it's not. Anyway, that's well done. 10 points, Team 5. And well done to Team 2, DAV Pokhariput, for accepting that answer and making good sense of the question. Why was Shane warned? For that reason. Right, so 5 points Team 2, 10 points Team 5. Next question direct to Team 3. Blessed Sacrament, this is for you. It's an audio, listen to the audio. XY kyun hai? Why is XY? Answer, kyunki. Listen to the audio.
न अब मुस्कुराने को जी चाहता है, न आंसू बहाने को जी चाहता है। बहुत दिन हुए तुझको देखा नहीं है, तेरे पास आने को जी चाहता है।
XY kyun hai? Okay, Team 7 is interested in helping you. Team 3, if you want.
We would like to take the help.
You'd like to take help. All right. What's your answer, Team 7?
इतना प्यार क्यों है?
All right. They say itna pyar. Team 3, accept, reject. Team 3? Quick, quick. Accept, reject. Yeah, those were the rules. On the mic.
XY is a person, object, or is many words, or a group of words, or a single or double words.
Name of a person.
Name of a person.
I don't know how many words, but name of a person is all that I gave you as rules.
One person.
A person.
Okay. Then we'd go for a reject.
You will go for a reject. Well done. -5. Okay? Nobody. Okay, somebody is on the buzzer. Yes, Team 5 is interested. Team 5 for +5 and -5.
Sir, is it Jagjit?
2 words.
जग जीतता क्यों है? क्योंकि जीतता जग है. X is जग and Y is जीत.
कौन है ये लोग? -5. Team 5 gets a -5. There's one more buzzer. Audience, I understand. But hold on. There's one more buzzer. I'll keep it open for 3 seconds. -5 Team 7, -5 Team 5. Okay, nobody's trying. Now I see the excitement. Okay, let's have perhaps the youngest in the house in pink back at the back. Is correct. Pankaj उदास क्यों है? ना अब मुस्कुराने को जी चाहता है, ना अब आंसू बहाने को, and all that. क्या प्यार व्यार चल रहा है यहाँ पर? Who's this Itna Pyar? That's the name that you've saved on your phone. Teachers, please note. All of you share the same name, is it? Everybody is Itna Pyar, Itna Pyar, Itna Pyar, Itna Pyar, is it? Okay, a little while back you spoke of Hollywood writing strike. I thought that, you yourself are involved into writing stuff. And you really tried. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Jag, Jeeta and all that, but didn't work. It has to make grammatical sense, right? It has to make grammatical sense. Name of a person. Yeah, you kept on asking repeatedly, name of a person, multiple persons and all that. Just makes sense with people. -5 couple of teams, unfortunately. Makes sense of what's happening in the question. Here's number 4, now direct to Sai International. Question, how did X create Y? Answer, before he died in 2011, he attended a city council meeting to pitch a new 175-acre campus that will house about 12,000 employees, while many criticized him for exporting thousands of manufacturing employees to China. They don't give him the credit for keeping innovation in the US. Give me XY. You have help coming from Team 7, who've had a very colorful past in this round. The decision is yours.
I would like to take help.
You'd like to take help. Team 7.
Steve Jobs.
They say Steve Jobs.
We accept.
You accept?
Yes.
Does it make sense?
Steve create jobs, yes.
How did Steve create jobs? Before he died in 2011, exporting thousands of manufacturing employees to China, etc., in Cupertino. That's the answer. That's 5 points, Team 4. Well done, Team 7, on getting back those negatives this time. And, of course, another 5 there. So, plus 10 to Team 7 and plus 5 to Team 4. Well done. Good. You have a message for them? They help you get some points?
Thanks.
Right. Thanks for getting it right this time. Okay. Team 5, you're direct. Others on the buzzer. Who was XY most Y with? Answer, the diary. Because of its secret nature, psychologically it contains the completely rounded story of the development of social nature. One lives in suspense, watching it unfold. Will she understand her mother? Will she comprehend her body changes? So wily described. Give me XY, Team 5. There is help coming from Team 3 if you want.
No help.
Don't want help?
No.
So you will answer for plus 10 minus 5?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Anne Frank.
Who was Anne Frank most frank with? The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. Absolutely. That's the answer. Well done, DAV. Team 5 on the direct gets you a 10. That's very good. Yes, please ask. Okay, because I think 3 buzzers are already working. Yeah, that's why. I mean, the thing is, you're claiming that you were second. How do you know the others didn't press the buzzer before you? After whom? After Team 3? Right next door, Team 7 also pressed the buzzer. So essentially, we'll just reset the buzzer once. We'll see if your buzzer is working all right. Just reset the buzzer once. Okay, Team 8, it's working. Right? It is working. You just have to be quicker than others. Don't beat it to death. It is already dead. Just be quick with it. Yeah? Okay, where were we? We were with Team 5, gets 10 points. Now to Team 6, TPS Rourkela. Here's your question. Listen to the audio. How much is XY worth? Answer, in rupees, about 41.34. And Curtis James Jackson III, since filing for bankruptcy in 2015, lived in an old Mike Tyson mansion. He has profiteered from successful business ventures like Vitamin Water that was sold to Coca-Cola and is now said to be worth 80 million XYs. Give me XY. You have help coming from Sci International Team 4. And after them is Team 7, in case the question's alive. What do you want to do, Rourkela? You'll take help. Sci International?
It's 50 cents.
Say that again.
50 cents.
On the mic.
It's 50 cents.
Okay, they say 50 cents. Team 6, accept, reject. Please switch on your mic.
You would like to accept.
You'd like to accept. Why?
Because it fits in the sentence and...
How?
how is 50 cent worth?
Okay.
So,
In rupees?
And that song is from 50 Cent. So.
And that song is by 50 Cent in rupees. Half a dollar of 50 Cent is approximately 41.34. And Curtis James Jackson III is his real name. That is correct. That's well done. Sai International gets you 10 points. Team 4 and Team 6 gets you 5 points. Well done. Good teamwork. Team 6, you have a message for them. Transmit it.
Thanks.
Good. Okay. Next, DAV Kalinganagar, your direct question. You've been trying to hit the buzzer on quite a few questions. Right? This time it's your direct. Other teams, you're on the buzzer. What Y does X wear? Answer. XY does not wear a Y because of his heightened sense of smell. But he did release burnt hair last year that you see in the visual. That costs about $100 and tweeted, with a name like mine, getting into this business was inevitable. Give XY. What Y does X wear? Who's helping? Loyola is interested in helping.
We'd like to accept help.
Listen to their answer and then decide to accept, but right now you'd like to take help. Okay? Team 1, Loyola.
What style does Harry wear? Harry Styles.
Okay.
We accept the answer.
Team 7.
We accept the answer.
You accept. That's a -5, Team 1, -5, Team 7. Anybody else on the buzzer? Anyone trying? Or should I close it in 3 seconds? 2 and 1. Audience. Yes, this side. Okay. So how does it fit in the sentence? No. Ulta. Is correct. Elon Musk. What Musk does Elon wear? Right? With a name like mine, it was time to get into this business. Well done. Give him a round of applause. Fine answer. Very good. Not Harry Styles. Okay? Not Harry Styles. He didn't release this. Elon released it. -5 Team 7, -5 Team 1. Okay, final question. ODM. This is for you, others on the buzzer. Who first YXY? Created as a counterpart to the Hardy Boys series, XY first appeared in The Secret of the Old Clock by Carolyn Keene in 1930 and 175 books ever since. Russell Tandy, YXY. Give me XY. There is help coming right next door from Team 7 if you want.
So we will take help.
You'll take help, Team 7.
Nancy Drew.
They say Nancy Drew. Accept, reject.
So accept.
You accept. Why?
So because like if we put in the sentence, it goes like who first drew Nancy Drew. So
Russell Tandy drew Nancy Drew. That is correct. That's the answer that I was looking for. Well done. Team 7 gets you a +10, a rather roller coaster round for you. This one, 10 points Team 7. And well done Team 8 for accepting it. You have a message for them. 5 points Team 8.
As always, thanks.
As always. Okay. Right. Well done. All of you who got the answers to this one. We'll take a look at the scores and see where you guys stand. In the meanwhile, I'll ask audience questions. Okay. Audience, my question for you. There were four speeches that were made that day. First one by Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. You have to tell me who made the second speech. Third one, Chaudhry Kali Quizaman, who had nothing to do with quizzing, it's just his name. Fourth one was by Dr. Rajendra Prasad. My question is, who's the most famous second speaker and what was the occasion? Let's go this side. Yes. Jawaharlal Nehru. And what occasion? No, what was the occasion? The Independence Eve, the speech now remembered as Tryst with Destiny. Absolutely. That's the answer. That's well done. So there were four speeches. The most famous one being Tryst with Destiny by Pandit Nehru on the eve of Independence Day. There's a prize coming for you. Just raise your hand so that we can help identify you. Well done. Very good. All right, one more question. Okay. In 2019, noting the success of something, Google suggested to the Fed in US, to the Federal Reserve in US, to follow it as an example of developing something that they had launched called FedNow. What interbank settlement did Google seek inspiration from and suggest it to the Federal Board in the US? Yes, sir. UPI, that is correct. That's the answer. So Google suggested in 2019 to the Fed to think of and do something on the likes of UPI. Right, we'll take a look at the scores heading into the final round. This is what it looks like. Team 1, Loyola on 48. Team 2, DAV Pokhariput on 31. Team 3, Blessed Sacrament on 39. Team 4, Sai International in the game at 43. DAV CDA has, sort of made a mark for themselves for now. They've moved up to 66. DPS Rourkela still on 15. DAV Kalinganagar getting close with some answers and then some negatives, still on 50. And currently second, and ODM on 25. So it's 66, 50, 48, 43, 39, 31, 25. Please put your hands together for each of these teams. Presenting to us a close battle as that you can see on screen. And now we move on to the final round. This round is going to be a crossword. 5 questions, all of them on the buzzer. 3 buzzers per question. There's no direct question to anyone. All questions are going to be on the buzzer. Points. The default scoring is +10 -5. What is default? You hit the buzzer, I identify you, that you can go ahead and give me the answer. If you give me the answer, you get 10 points. But if you're incorrect, you get a -5. Okay? However, you can get a 20 in case you're absolutely confident, right, with an answer. And if you're right, I'll give you 20. If you're incorrect, the negatives also increase and they become -10. So if you double, you get it wrong, you get a -10. If you're not confident, don't double. And please remember, you have to say the word double before your answer, not somewhere in the middle or not after. 5 questions, all in a crossword. So the fact that this is a crossword means that, after 1 or 2 answers are revealed, you will see some letters available for the next answer, right? So that should sort of also help you. Perhaps you want to take out pen, paper, and maybe keep solving them as we go along in the crossword. Right, clear everyone with the rules? 3 buzzers, okay, in the order that I see them on your buzzing devices. Right, this is the crossword that needs to be solved. We'll go in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somebody's pressed the buzzer or what? No, okay. So we'll go in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll start with number 1, 1 down. It's on the buzzer for everyone. Remember to double if you're confident. Here's your question. For the ongoing FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia, New Zealand, the qualification tournament for Asia was the 2022 AFC Women's Asian Cup. Which country hosted the tournament but failed to participate because they were unable to field a team as 12 of their players tested positive for COVID-19? On the buzzer is team 1.
We would like to double.
You'd like to double for +20, -10.
It's India.
India hosted the tournament.
Yeah.
And didn't even play in it.
It hosted the qualification tournament for Asian Cup, but they couldn't qualify because they were tested COVID positive.
Is correct. That's the answer, Loyola. Absolutely. India hosted the AFC Women's Asian Cup early last year, January 2022, but we couldn't field a team. So unfortunate. Right. That's 20 points. Team 1. Well done. Now, we will place India in the crossword. And we go to 2 down. We'll go to 2 down. Here's my question. He was the youngest Indian freedom fighter and martyr, having been killed at the age of 12. He was an active member of the Banar Sena of the Prajamandal Committee of Dhenkanal. He was shot by the police in 1938 along with 5 others when he refused to ferry them across the Brahmani river at Neelkantpur Ghat. His killing became a sensation in Orissa and he became a legend. Please identify Team 3 on the buzzer. What is your answer?
We'd like to double.
We'd like to double. What's
The answer
your
is
answer?
Baji Raut.
Baji Raut, 4 and 4 is correct. Gets you 20, absolutely. That's the answer. Blessed Sacrament gets you 20 for that. Very good. 3 questions to go. Couple of teams already have doubled and secured full 20 for themselves. Here's where Baji Raut is placed. Now we go to 3 across. You see the alphabet A somewhere there. Here's my question. It's an audio. Listen to the audio.
ক্ষণে শান্ত তুমি ক্ষণে রুদ্র পলে পলে নব নব চিত্র ও চিৰ প্ৰবাহিত বৈ যোৱা listening to the wind of change August summer night soldiers passing by listening to the wind of change.
Headquartered in Delhi, identify this key initiative of Make in India, whose logo you see here. It's a portmanteau, Tom. Portmanteau, a combination of 2 words. So it's a portmanteau of 2 rivers as represented by the 2 lines, which are also mentioned in the songs, but I didn't play the part where the rivers were mentioned. Anyway, but you will hear it when you listen to the answer. Now, team 1, Loyola. You've already got an answer in this round.
It's Seven Haven, Haven.
Is a -5. Team 1. Anybody else interested? A key initiative of Make in India, combination of 2 rivers. The rivers are represented in the logo that you see in the blue lines. And they're also mentioned in these songs, but I didn't play the part where the rivers were mentioned. Looks like nobody's interested. Just one team taking a negative on that one. That was team 1 at a -5 default. Okay, no one trying. Let's go to the audience. Right, that side. Anshuman. Hi, nice to meet you. What's your answer? Brahmos. And what would be the 2 rivers? Let's listen.
Follow the Moskwa down to Gonky Park, listening to the wind of change.
Is correct. Give him a round of applause and a prize coming his way. It is indeed Brahmos. Brahmaputra and Moskva, Indo-Russian joint venture, right? Brahmos. That's where you get the name. -5 team 1. Let's reset. And we'll place Brahmos in the crossword and we'll go to 4 across. You see A and I. Here's my question. In this 1973 biography, Norman Mailer coined this word to describe something that is untrue, but is believed to be true because it has occurred in print. I repeat, he coined this word to describe something that is untrue, but was believed to be true because it has occurred in print. In current usage, it typically refers to an interesting snippet of news or trivia, right? The kind that all of you would be excited about. practically the opposite of Mailer's original meaning. What word am I looking for?
Tabloid.
Team 7.
Tabloid.
Say that again.
Tabloid.
Tabloid. That is incorrect. That's not where tabloid was coined. You played default, so you get a -5, Team 7. Anybody else interested? In 1973, a certain word to describe something that is untrue, but is believed to be true because it has occurred in print. But these days, it actually is practically the opposite of the original meaning. And that's why I'm guessing all of you generally are excited about something like this, a word that, something that describes, that this word would describe. Somebody is trying, is it? Who's trying? Team 2 is trying. Right, DAV Pokhariput.
So we think it is captain.
You will?
Captain.
Can you spell it for me?
C-A-P-T, as adjustment. C-A-P-T-A-I-N.
Is a -5, I'm afraid. Team 2, that's a -5, not captain, not tabloid, you said, right? Not tabloid either. Anybody else trying? Or should I just take it to the audience now? I will. Okay, audience. Yes, ma'am. Factoid is what I was looking for. Indeed. Please give her a round of applause. Absolutely. This is factoid. Right, something that all of you would be excited about, something that describes this. All right, please, have you reset? Yes, we have. Okay, final one. There's you somewhere towards the end. Here's your question. The Make in Orissa conclave on the right used a tagline with the last word, "Come join the blank," that lends its name to vehicles such as the kind that you see on the left, seen in Star Wars, and the one in the middle, a 6x6 850 horsepower truck by Florida-based Apocalypse Manufacturing. What is the missing word here? Team 7.
Juggernaut.
Say that again.
Juggernaut. Double and juggernaut. Sorry.
Double though I didn't hear. And perhaps the audience would also concur with me that they didn't hear. Okay? Your answer is juggernaut. The answer that I was looking for. Come join the juggernaut. Absolutely. That's a +10. Team DAV Kalinganagar. That's well done. And that completes the crossword that I was looking for. And that completes the junior quiz here at Mettle Meet 2023. Please give each one of them a big round of applause. What a thrilling performance by each one of them. We will take a look at the scores, the final standings. However, the prizes will have to wait. The prizes will be given together with the college quiz, but we will identify who the teams are that have finished first, second, and third, and of course, all the others, your final score on the leaderboard. But until that happens, here's some questions for the audience. All right. So, when James Cameron, the Titanic guy, when James Cameron was filming for, sorry, where did it go? Yeah, when James Cameron was filming for the film Aliens in England in the 1980s, he and the local crew clashed often over a particularly English custom that Cameron couldn't understand. It got so bad that shooting temporarily came to a halt and Cameron had to give in. What custom was it? Like, those people working with him on the shooting were so insistent on practicing this custom that they were like, okay, fine, you go back to the US. We won't continue shooting unless you won't let us continue with this custom. While he was shooting in England for the film Aliens in 1980s, what custom was the crew so insistent about? Right at the back. Can you say that loudly, or there's a mic coming away? Namaz. No, not namaz. I'm talking of England. as much of a country that would practice namaz. Yes. What custom? Breakfast. They wanted to have breakfast. Okay, no. I mean, I'm sure, no, sorry. Yes, but that wasn't the one that was the issue. Yes. Mask. Mass. Okay, no, not mass. Behind, sir in white shirt. Is correct. The British and their custom of taking tea breaks. And James Cameron, coming from US, Canada, actually, he was like, tea break? And they were like, no, if you don't let us have our tea break, we won't continue with the film. Right? So that's what happened. Very interesting there. Good answer. Absolutely. Okay, another question I'll ask. Now the audience also warmed up, giving some nice answers. Okay. So I asked a question on Barbie, now I'll ask a question on Oppenheimer. It's not Bhagavad Gita, okay, wo ho gaya. So Philly's Mutter Museum is the place to see thousands of medical oddities, including the brain of someone who died in 1955 and was played by Tom Conti in the film Oppenheimer. Yes, ma'am. It is Albert Einstein. That's the answer. Very good. It is Albert Einstein, played by Tom Conti in the film. Okay, another question. All right. So on December 8, 1980, the day he died, former Beatles member John Lennon gave an autograph to a 25-year-old security guard called Mark David Chapman. This fact was unknown until a picture was released with digital enhancement a couple of years ago with Lennon giving that autograph. My question is, why did the picture become so widely shared when it was released with digital enhancement of John Lennon giving an autograph to a 25-year-old security guard called Mark David Chapman? Yes, at the back, sir in white shirt. It was the last picture before he was shot? No. Anybody else? Yes. Who shot John Lennon? This guy shot John Lennon, who took the autograph before actually killing him, is correct. That's the answer that I was looking for. So until, this picture came out with enhancement, there was actually him, the security guard, taking the autograph, and then after a while, John Lennon came back and then he shot him. Right? So that's what happened. Nobody knew that he took an autograph before that. Okay, another question. Okay, I'll ask one from Orissa. Actually not, we'll keep that one for later. Let me ask another one that should be kind of easier. Okay, as per Delhi Tourism website, historians generally speak of 7 cities of Delhi in the 800 years leading up to 1947 and even after. However, there have been 8 of them. Historians generally speak of 7 cities of Delhi. However, there have been 8 of them. Which of these 8 shares its name with a virtual assistant first released a day before the death of the founder of the company that launched it? Yes. Siri gives Siri Fort. Absolutely, that's the answer. That's very good. All right. Now we're all set for the final scorecard of how these teams have performed. First, we'll take a look at the teams that missed out on being on the podium. If there's a tie, we'll resolve the tie. But otherwise, let's take a look. All right. DPS Rourkela with a score of 15. Please put your hands together for each one of these teams in the final. Amongst 42 teams that participated, ODM Public School Team 8 with a score of 25. DAV Pokhariput with a score of 26. Sai International with a score of 43, Team 4. And DAV Kalinganagar with a score of 55. Team 7, there was an opportunity to double. I don't know if you'll regret it. We'll see how the score was for the other teams. Now, for the team that finished as second runner-up is Blessed Sacrament with a score of 59. Please put your hands together for Team 3. Well done to the team from Puri, Blessed Sacrament with a score of 59. The fact that they didn't take a double meant that you could keep that spot. Well done there, Team 3. So they finished second runner-up. And now, of course, the team that's first runner-up is Loyola with a score of 63 from Bhubaneswar. Loyola School, Bhubaneswar. Lovely quizzing by them. Took some educated guesses, took some well-calculated guesses. As a result, Team 1, Loyola, finishes second. Well done, Team 1. But can we have a huge roar for our winners for the day? OrissaPOST Mettle Meet 2023 champions, DAV CDA Cuttack, just by a margin of 3 points. Benefiting out of the negative that Loyola took. Well done there along the way, DAV Public School CDA Cuttack with a score of 66. And our winners for OrissaPOST presents Mettle Meet 2023. Well done, Team 5. Absolutely. Can we have one final round of applause for all these teams? Of course, the prizes will be given out alongside the prizes for the college category. But for now, thank you all teams for being here. I hope you had a wonderful time being a part of Mettle Meet 2023. And I look forward to all of you with equal amount of enthusiasm, perhaps a bit more. And, preparation, I'm not sure matters a lot because you just have to be present in the game, look at the visuals, read the questions, and I'm guessing you will be able to crack the answers if you use a bit of logic, if you use a bit of common sense. By now, everybody would have understood that. Thank you, everyone, for playing. I'd request you to please join the audience as we'll take a little break before we start the senior finals. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Punia, for being fabulous as usual, and congratulations to all the winners, and congratulations to those who participated heartily. Thank you everyone for being with us as we are at the end of junior finals. I would like to thank our sponsors and partners once again who helped us do Mettle Meet 2023 really well. Odisha Mining Corporation, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, NALCO, Jindal Steel and Power, Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, Paradeep Phosphates Limited, AMNS India, Vedanta, Ruchi Masala and Frozit, Odia Language, Literature and Culture Department, Government of Odisha, Aditya Birla Utkal Alumina, Vajirao IAS Academy, State Bank of India, Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services Private Limited, OMFED, our partner, our media partner, Dharitri, outdoor partner, team, and internet partner, Wi-Fi. We will see you soon at around 6 o'clock for the senior rounds. Thank you.